Hello, my name is Jennifer and welcome to my Sims 4 Caboose restaurant renovation video tour. This is once again part of a battle renovation arranged by Havana Sims. And we are still focusing on Evergreen Harbor that came with Eco Lifestyle. So the details of this challenge are, the owner of the caboose is noticing a change around Evergreen Harbor and he doesn't like it. His business has thrived off the industrial vibe for many years and his patrons agree that he shouldn't change. So he wants to kick it up a notch and turn his bar into an industrial themed restaurant to preserve what the area once was. His needs: we must keep the shape of the build. We could add, remove, change the windows, doors, fences, gates, landscaping, staircases, roofing, and foundation. We had to change the lot to restaurant status and give it an industrial theme, and the build must include rooftop dining. There are others obviously participating. Their names are up on the screen, and the links to their social media and YouTube channels will be down below. Havana will be touring everyone's builds at 2 p.m. later today on her Twitch, which I will also link below, and I will add a link to the playlist once it's available. So here is Evergreen Harbor, and this is where the caboose is located. And when the game starts, this is a industrial footprint, and of course, over here in Grimm's Quarry, it is a green footprint, and the footprint over here is neutral when we start. But you can't go into any of the builds from this mode. You have to revert back to the normal mode. So we're going to take a quick look at what the bar looks like at the beginning. We're going to place my version, my edited version, take a quick tour of it, and let's go now with what it looks like to start with. So to start with, it is a pretty basic bar, as are most of the community lots and builds that often come with the game. Now, we always have to keep in mind that when they are doing this, they only have a base game and the pack in question when they are doing it. And also, they want to make sure that the builds probably don't have too much in them because it could cause some lag on some weaker computers. That said, I actually don't mind that they come with extra space and, room to add your own personal touches, which might be another reason why they do it, because I like to add things from other packs. In particular, this is a bar, even though it's going to turn into a restaurant, I like to add things from Get Together as one of my favorite because it has like the various pub games and stuff like that, and I think those are kind of fun to add here. And I will be adding bowling in a newly added basement, which this is the original lot, so it doesn't have any of that here. And there is a second floor, but up here at the moment, all that is there are some very basic bathrooms and, of course, the stairs leading upstairs. And we'll do the top-down view again of this level so you can see it as it starts. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my library and place my edited version of this lot, which of course is a restaurant now. So here are the details. I did use limited packs, not as limited as my last part of this battle renovation because it's a restaurant, so I obviously had to add dine out. I added the bowling in the basement, so I had to use that. And because I wanted that industrial vibe, I used things from Get to Work. It takes place or is located in Evergreen Harbor, so of course I used Eco Lifestyle, and I already mentioned why I like to use Get Together when it comes to things like bars in particular, but bars/restaurants. So when you place the lot, ever since the pre-Eco Lifestyle game update, you are now faced with this. You'll get something similar if you place from the world mode, but it looks a little different, but essentially does the same thing. So you have the option of furnished or unfurnished, but what's more importantly here, you have the option of the venue type. So since I have made it a restaurant, if you want to place it as a restaurant, which is what you need to do if you want to keep the custom menu that I did, you need to do a restaurant, which is the gallery or your library version. Otherwise, it'll place as a bar and it'll remove the essentially anything I did custom for the restaurant. Not the restaurant items, those will come regardless, just the things in up here with respect to that. So we're going to say yes. So we'll start with a top-down view, just like we were doing there. Now, I know it's industrial, but I still added the solar panels because usually when I play, most of the time, my neighborhoods have the fact that they need those. And so I wanted the restaurant, the business owner still, even though he wants an industrial vibe, he still wants to comply with the local ordinances. So we have some solar panels here, which honestly kind of look a little industrial to me anyways. So then we go down, and this is the main, the rooftop dining is there, which as you could see was covered. I have seasons in my game, so I like to cover things. And the bathrooms are smaller over there. It is still toddler friendly, though restaurants, really, you can't bring toddlers with you. But if you do place it as a bar type and you happen to, or a pub, family pub type thing, then you have the ability to take your toddlers to the bathroom. And the kitchen area over here, you can see, has 3 cooking locations for people. And then here we have this pass-through. And over here, of course, we have the rooftop dining. And I chose to do half walls with a wall topper. And then to stop Sims from placing their dishes and cups on the walls, I put the little lanterns there. So that is that. I did actually keep a lot of the wood tones and whatnot that were with the original build and like the brick, because I actually thought it looked fine. So I just kept it and just edited it to add the restaurant dining essentially. So then here we go to what is the main floor. And this area over here now has some pub games, and it also has a second fireplace. We already had a fireplace over there, but because we have flammability factors, I added metal to the area around the fireplace, which I also did to add to the industrial vibe. I don't usually use metal. I'll usually use stone or something like that. But in this case, I did that. And then here are one of the things that I used a lot from Get to Work. It is the beams all over the place to give it more of an industrial vibe. And that's kind of that. The other thing is, as a nod to the fact that it used to be a train station, if you look here, we have some little trains, and we have the little caboose out here, sized up, of course, just to sort of as a throwback to when that was the case. And there's a little entertainment area. These tables are what were here, but I did add some menus to them because Sims will order food and sit down at them as when it is placed as a restaurant. And now the stairs I changed so that I could add stairs to the basement, because what was there didn't actually freely let me to do that as easily. So that's what I did. And now we have our gaming area, further gaming area, including the 2 bowling lanes that are here. There are some arcade games, more bathrooms in the basement so that people playing and enjoying themselves downstairs don't have to go all the way to the 2nd floor to use them, just to make things flow better. I tend to like to do that a lot when I'm playing. And we also have, again, over here, the trains. Again, I put them in a few different places, and that's kind of it for this area. And another fun point, I did actually add some bug boxes and the gardening, because again, I tend to have the gardening nap in place, and when I was playtesting it, the business got a fine. It didn't comply, so I just stuck it there. Obviously, it's just visual and isn't going to do anything. No one's going to plant anything in it. It's just, what it is. Now, my lot and everybody who participated's lots are on the gallery under the hashtag Caboose Reno. As I mentioned already, there is a vote for your favorite. The voting runs until Tuesday, July 28th at 8 p.m. Eastern. That is actually the same day that Nifty Knitting releases, but of course the voting will close much later in the day than when that releases. I will link to the voting down below, as well as I said, I will link to the playlist when it's available, and also to Havana's Twitch if you want to go watch her tour them alive. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've added this lot and what you've done with it. I'm curious to hear. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much!